franktalks.com.
Hello and welcome to The Art of Love. My name is Lucia. I'm your host and a dating and relationship expert. And I'm here to entertain, educate, and enlighten you about love, dating, and relationships. Take your calls, answer your emails, and speak to authors of books which I find interesting. But today, there'll be several authors and several phone calls and several emails because today is my goodbye show. Yes, after 5 years to the day, I started on February 10, 2008. I am ending after 5 years. I was going to call it my last show, but as someone pointed out, it sounded rather ominous, kind of like the Last Supper. So it's my goodbye show.
We have this next guest.
He's from Canada.
Frank Kermit is from Canada?
Yep.
Frank Kermit. He was here June 2011. He has 4 books. The Eye of the Seductress on the Emotional Needs of Men. The Emotional Needs Analysis Workbook about the emotional needs of women. From Friends to Lovers, Stop Being Her Emotional Cookie Man. Book for nice guys, and Making Monogamy Work. It's a 4 CD set. His website is www.franktalks.com.
Isn't it great that you're a voiceover person and you're doing the announcements for this? Oh, I love it. It just worked out. Should have had you on. Hey, Frank, how are you doing? It's Lucia.
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good. I have a fellow Canadian here, my good friend Dina.
Hello, Frank. I'm a Canadian.
Hey, Dina. How are you doing?
So, yes, as we were saying, I had you on 4 times, and Frank very proudly holds the record.
Congratulations.
Actually, you've had me on 5 times.
Oh, 5. See, I don't even know how many times I've had him on.
4 books, 5 times.
Well, then what was the 5th book?
It wasn't a book. You had done a show where someone was writing in asking if she should have hair.
Right.
And I had answered it online on your Facebook page, and you invited me to call in, so that was the 5th appearance.
Oh, okay. See, I knew that wasn't 5 books. Okay, great. So, yeah, you're very busy with your books, and you're one of my favorite guests. I mean, the emotional needs books that you have, that was actually the first time that I had actually heard a dating relationship expert talk about the emotional needs of men and women and have actual lists of what they are, and it really helped me. And in fact, I put them in my phone, in my iPhone, so I can look at them once in a while to remember.
That's awesome. So that way, whenever you're meeting somebody, you can always refer to that list of emotional needs and know what to address and what to maybe omit from the first few conversations until you get to know them better.
Yeah. So what has been going on with you since you were last on?
Oh, lots of things. I am now a natural therapist, so I got my designation.
Nice.
I'm writing a weekly relationships column for a local newspaper, and I've taken over the business of a colleague of mine who's getting out of the business, and I will be running the website streetsmartdating.ca.
What is that? Oh, Street Smart Dating?
Mm-hmm.
Street Smart.
The idea, it's a site that's geared more for pickup, seduction, how to do approaches, and that sort of thing.
Wonderful. So, yeah, I want to have you on. You're one of my favorite guests, of course, not just because you're from Canada, but also because you've always been so helpful, and you email me and say, hey, you might want to have this person on your show or this person. I see that you're obviously referring me to people, and I really appreciate your support and all that.
Lucia, you've been absolutely great. I love the way you present people. You've always conducted very thorough interviews. I was always impressed with the fact that every time I came on your show, I had to be on my toes. Because, and I do a lot of media. There's a lot of radio hosts out there that don't do their research.
Yes.
You do. You actually go through the book, you go through the CD programs, and you pull out questions that really put your guests on the spot, and I loved it.
Oh, good. I know, because I'm not just a host. Obviously, I'm also a dating and relationship expert, and so I'm actually interested in the material. So I'm reading it because I'm interested in learning and growing just as much as anybody listening. I'm not just here we'll just ask a few questions and that's it. And that's why it's like I go through this stuff like with a fine-tooth comb, and that's why I dig up these questions, and people are like, what? I put them on the spot without meaning to.
Your thoroughness has always set you apart, which is why I'm very sad to see this show come to an end.
Well, I appreciate that, but I'll still be around, and I hope to reinvent myself on TV, and I'll be just as thorough. How's that?
I would love that opportunity to engage you on television.
That way you can see me as well as hear me.
Which is also a bonus.
Good. Yes, exactly. So much continued luck and success to you, and thanks so much for being on my last show.
Thank you for having me on as many times as you did. The
My
pleasure. Was mine.
Okay, take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Need help with love, sex, dating, or relationship issues? Help from Frank Kermit, the best-selling author and Canada's most international relationship coach, is only a click away at franktalks.com.
Need help with love, sex, dating, and relationships? Visit franktalks.com.